What's up? Welcome to a very special edition of the Best 49ers show. That's the host, Ryan G. Hensley. I'm another host, Grant Cohn. And if you haven't heard, Ryan, who's just got his master's, is also is just got hired as the head varsity basketball coach of a high school just north of Sacramento. So he's going to be taking a step back from regularly streaming and going to be basically, if you've seen Coach Carter, that's going to be Ryan Hensley. So I just want to say congrats to Ryan. It's been wonderful. We've been doing this for years, and we'll still do shows here and there, but this is the last regular Best 49ers show. So this is a rare opportunity for you guys to watch. I hope you enjoy it. Ryan, thanks for coming on.
Well, thank you, man. First, I want to thank you too, because talking 49ers has always been a passion of mine. I've been doing it since I started writing for Bleacher Report a long time ago. The Niners will always be a passion of mine, but allowing me to come on your platform and talk about the 49ers for I think it's the last 4.5 years has been fantastic, man. And I really appreciate that. I don't have my master's. I'm working on my master's. I got my bachelor's. But I'm looking forward to coaching these kids. They've won 12 games over the last 3 years. We're going to change that and win at least more than that this year. So I'm looking forward to it. And coaching is probably my top passion before the Niners. So that's why I'm doing it. But we'll still do shows.
I want to see them picking up full court, and I want 8 passes minimum per possession. That's what I want. And I want to see the triangle offense. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk football.
All right.
The Niners lost in Houston. I'm still in Houston. It was embarrassing. Houston's not good. They were 2-4 coming into the game. Their defense is really good, but man, their offense, like Braxton Berrios was going off on the Niners, and they had multiple double-digit play drives. Only scored 15 points, and I think it's easy to point to, well, they were playing their backup quarterback, Mac Jones. Do you think Brock Purdy wins that game, and do you think he comes back this week? Is he going to be the difference the Niners need as so many guys have gone down?
What's that guy's name? Adam? What's the guy that gives all the scoops? I can't remember his name right now. I don't know why. Schefter. So Schefter was talking about Brock could be back. Like, he was announcing who will be back, and then there was a category of who could be back. So Brock wasn't announced in that will be back category. So it's still unknown at this point whether it's going to be Brock or not. I would hope so, man. He's been gone for a while. So you would think he'd be ready or close to it. So will he be back? My guess is yes. I'm about 65% sure Brock Purdy will be back. That's my guess. And it's really based on nothing. It's just been forever. And I think he's got to be close. What do you think, though, about will he be back?
Well, it's 2 questions, right? Will he be back, and will he be the difference the Niners need? I think there's always 2 agendas. I think the Niners want him back, and they're probably thinking, we're paying you a lot of money. You don't need to be 100% healthy to get out there. Like, you just need to be able to protect yourself and play. So that's probably the Niners' perspective. They've been having him practice. He came out to Houston. It seems like they're sort of nudging him closer to the practice field. But then there's Brock Purdy's agenda or side of the story. Like, he already let the Niners nudge him back once. And while he could protect himself, he wasn't good. He couldn't scramble. He couldn't throw accurately. And he got hurt again, made it worse. So it seems to me that this is still up to Brock Purdy. And the Niners can sort of send signals to the public that he's improving and getting close. But ultimately, he has to make the decision. And I don't think it's based on whether he can, up to him, whether he can protect himself. I think he wants to go out there and look like himself. Because if he's 70% Brock, we've seen what it looks like. It's not better than Mac. It's not good. Yeah. So he needs to feel confident that he can go out there and be dazzling the way that he used to be. The guy who can spin away from pressure and then extend plays and throw accurate passes down the field. We didn't see any of that against Jacksonville.
All right, well, let's make the assumption. Let's talk about it with the assumption that Brock Purdy is 100% healthy and going to play this week. Will he be the difference maker that the 49ers need? You want to go first, and what do you think?
You go first.
So here's my issue. I don't think Mac is the problem. When we had the 4-man front on Wednesday, I said the 49ers are going to lose this game. And I think a lot of people are going to be calling for Brock Purdy and kind of putting this game on Mac. When It's predictable to me. I saw this coming. I don't think Mac Jones is the problem. I think there's things that Brock Purdy does well, which is scramble, keep the play going with his legs that Mac Jones really doesn't do. But there's things that Mac Jones does that Brock Purdy doesn't do. Like his arm talent and his accuracy is better than Brock Purdy's, in my opinion. That's what I see. So bringing up Brock Purdy in, I don't see it as the difference maker. And here's why. The 49ers are 21st in the red zone. They're number one in the NFL in the injury list. They are 32nd, dead last in yards per carry. They have an awful offensive line. I don't think just putting Brock Purdy in is going to be the solution.
Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
No, I really feel like you could put any quarterback in this situation right now, and it would look pretty rough at best. I mean, and this is like a recipe for injury right now. The question is, who would elevate the offense more given how bad the offensive line is and how banged up the skill position players are and how non-existent the run game is. Like, what quarterback survives in that situation? And so we've seen Brock and we've seen Mac in both of them. And Mac's won games, but it hasn't been pretty. I mean, they're still averaging like 19 points per game. So the way Mac tries to get around this awful pass protection is by throwing it quickly. So he has to throw with anticipation to wide receivers who aren't getting open quickly. I mean, it's not going to look great. And then Brock's solution is to hold the ball longer and scramble around and sort of let guys get open down the field, which is great. But for him, it's leading to injuries. So one way or another, it's just not an ideal situation. And I don't see how a quarterback – I don't even think Lamar Jackson would fix this. I think they have like real systemic issues that they've had for a long time. And maybe all these injuries are sort of bringing it to the forefront. But this is stuff that they've been sort of sweeping under the rug for years.
Yeah, I agree. And if you look at Brock Purdy's numbers, when he throws the ball quickly, gets it out early, really good. So running around, scrambling, extending plays, what that's done is Brock Purdy has 20 turnovers over the last 17 games. So like that, I don't see this as a solution. Brock Purdy's red zone numbers are way worse than Mac Jones, and they're already struggling in the red zone. So to me, it doesn't matter. Brock Purdy, Mac Jones is going to look different, but the results are going to be the same to me. So I don't see Brock Purdy as the savior here.
Yeah, and I think the story isn't which quarterback is going to lead the Niners to the Super Bowl, because neither one is going to lead the Niners to the Super Bowl this year. The issue is the Niners can't really set up either player for success. I mean, just like what you said with the run game, last in yards per carry. That's not what this system is built around. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to need both quarterbacks. Brock will come back. I think both of these guys will play about eight games this year.
Yeah, I mean, what if you're last in yards per carry? What is your future? Like, what are you going to win a Super Bowl when you're last in yards per carry under Kyle Shanahan? At that, this whole offense is based off the run play action, and you're 32nd, dead last in yards per carry. Thinking that this team's going to win a Super Bowl? That's why, I've been saying it, and people don't like it because they are still 5-3. So it sounds good, like, right, we're 5-3, and the next 5-6 games are pretty easy. They're not tough opponents for the 49ers. So the record could be good. I just don't see them doing much. I think they will get to the playoffs. I think they might struggle against the Seahawks and the Rams next time they meet them. But they have a chance to get into the playoffs as a wild card. But I don't see them doing much beyond that. And I don't think Brock Purdy's going to save the season. We saw what he did last season. He wasn't good last season. I think everyone looks at Brock Purdy as 2023 Brock Purdy when they had a healthy, stacked roster, probably the best roster in the NFL. That's the ceiling for the 49ers and Brock Purdy. When you have a healthy roster that's stacked and younger than they are now with those core players, that's the ceiling. But thinking that Brock Purdy's going to be inserted and do something that Mac Jones isn't, I just don't see it.
I think the Niners have a lot of issues, even though they're 5-3. And I think quarterback is way down the list. They have two good ones. They don't have a great one. They haven't had a great one since I was in 6th grade, 5th grade. But they have two good ones. They just can't protect either one. And they have issues on defense too.